Bill Berry and Jeff Ball in studio right now with the Great American Irish Festival. Gentlemen, good morning. Nice and tight on the microphone. We're not going to, no controversy here. We're just going to plow forward.
We just haven't read your emails.
We
don't know.
We'll be foiling them later, though.
We've learned not to put anything in an email.
Don't put anything in.
Well, we've got our pit bulls outside the studio. Can we bring those in?
Wow, that's good. Thank you for that. All right, so we just want to find out what's going on, the Irish Fest, and, of course, the parade, and so much happening. I want to get a little update on what's going on.
Well, we had a meeting last night, so it's timely that we're here today to talk about it.
Nice.
Actually, I don't think the general public really knows what we do during the year. There's actually 5 events that we're involved in that all fall under the umbrella of the Great American Irish Festival.
Got it.
The first one is coming up very soon on February 9th, and that's the Hoolie, and that's going to be held at the Saranac Brewery this year.
Okay. And that's the halfway event, right?
That's a halfway event. It's typically halfway.
Hoolie being the celebration,
the
festival.
Halfway to the celebration.
Halfway to the celebration.
Got it. I like it.
So that's coming up first, and then we have what we call the Grand Marshal event. That will be at the Stanley, and that's the Tuesday before the parade.
March 13th.
March 13th.
We've been kind of lobbying for Paul Buckley. I don't know if that's, I believe it's Irish, right? Paul Buckley from the city, so I don't know.
Yes.
There's been a lot of lobbying going on. How does that work? How does that process work?
Well, we do have people submit nominations.
Got it.
And actually, you're probably too late for this year because we had the vote last night.
Oh, it was last night.
We will announce the Grand Marshal at the Hoolie.
All right. So you're telling us it's not Paul Buckley. Paul, if you're listening, we got to shoot for next year.
There's future years. Yeah.
There are future years. There are future. Well, wait, listen. Days are numbered. Days are numbered. Okay. What other events?
The parade.
The parade,
of course, that's huge,
which is enormous.
And we've got some exciting things happening with the parade this year. And then, of course, we have the festival. And the Mass at the festival is a big thing.
Yeah. We talked to Father Sean on that. He was
upset, listen to that.
Feeling that Sunday was going to go away.
Well, we've made some changes this year.
Okay.
As you know, we've had this festival. This will be our 15th year at the festival. And we've been working very hard to build the Irish Cultural Center on Columbia Street.
Yeah.
Well, our plan is to have that open by the time we have the festival this year.
Wow.
In the next 4 to 6 months, it'll be open.
It's flying. I mean, I gotta tell you, it's going up.
It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
So our thought was, well, we've got this beautiful building that we've been working 15 years to build, and we finally will have it ready. Let's move the Mass, which typically has been at the fairgrounds on Sunday. Let's move it down to St. Joe St. Pat's Church, and then right after the Mass, we'll go across the street and show off our new building and have a nice breakfast or lunch there.
Yeah. I don't know who came up with that idea, but that is a great way to solve that problem.
It's a great way to showcase our brand new building, get people in there, let them see it.
Yeah.
You know.
So it will still be a 3-day festival, but the 3rd day will now be down at St. Joe St. Pat's.
That's really exciting.
There won't be, as in years past, that Sunday, there won't be the music and the food at the Herkimer County Fairgrounds.
Correct.
You guys will do something at the new Irish Fest, which will be open.
Exactly.
So I've got the days, the Mass, and the date. Those were really the 3 things that came up. Any other change? Well, to the parade, I understand there's a change in the parade that it's the same day as, we've always heard they don't do it the same day as New York City because you lose some acts. But this year, it is the same day as the New York City parade.
Because St. Patty's Day lands this year on a Saturday. It lines up for us to do it on Saturday.
To actually do it on St.
On the actual day.
Yeah.
So you feel the benefits there are it's worth. Do you lose all the bagpipes because of that?
No,
that's not true.
Many of them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Many of them perform both for us and then also in Syracuse.
Right.
And they're staggered times. So what they do is we have them lead the parade or early on in the parade, and then they catch their buses at the end, and they head right to Syracuse. So
is Syracuse going to be on St. Patrick's Day this year, too?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, that I think is a real positive. Right. I'm glad you guys come out because everybody's hammering and say, I can't believe they did this. There won't be a single bagpipe in the parade now. Yeah. And that's not true.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Somebody's asking the question, how do you select the Grand Marshal? Paul, I told him I'd ask. How do you... How do you go about that?
All right, we typically will announce either in the newspaper or on our website that we're accepting nominations, which we'd already done, and they have to be in by a certain date. They were due by the 19th of January. And then we have a board meeting, and we have certain criteria that we look for, and we go through all of the applicants, and we choose who we think would be best to represent us.
Well, listen, it's funny because the Irish, it just causes a celebration, and it's a huge support in this area. That Irish Fest is just enormous every single year. So
it's funny.
Kudos to you guys.
You guys got it. You have a huge party, and you say, when we're halfway to that date, we're going to have a huge party before the huge party. Okay?
We do like to have fun.
Yeah.
We did make a special concession this year because there's a Utica Comets game the same night as our Hooli on February 9th.
Okay.
So normally to get into the Hooli, it's a $15 charge at the door. If you have a Comets ticket and you're planning to go to the game that night, we'll let you into the Hooli for $8.
Okay, that's
so
really
a little
cool.
special for the
bring your
people
ticket stuff.
Yeah.
Something new that we're going to try for the parade this year is a race, a 1 mile sprint at the beginning of the race. So everybody's set up, everybody's lining the streets. Just before the first float takes off, there'll be a race right down Genesee Street.
Who gets to get into that? Is it
anybody? Any runners that are interested in doing it it's sponsored by the sneaker store in New Hartford. And,
love that idea.
It's going to add a little excitement. You know, people are standing there, they're waiting. You know, it's something to see as they're waiting.
I love that idea. Is that something you guys came up with, or somebody else is doing it?
Actually, our race director, Josh did it. He's in charge of the race, and it was his idea.
Store,
All right.
Yeah.
Really cool. I love the idea.
Yeah, the sneaker store will be sponsoring.
And then,
the race.
is there any chance that you'll end up making it back down? Now the cultural center is going to be open. Is there a chance that the parade will go back down? Of course, I remember the old days when you go right down onto WIBX Street, and I guess there was a security issue. What are your thoughts?
Well, we haven't talked about that. I think back in the day it was pretty easy to have the parade down there, but the parade has gotten just so big that I think we almost would have to keep it on Genesee Street.
Yeah,
makes sense.
We get a lot of people down there.
Yeah, it is.
Certainly the celebration. You can't stop the celebration from going on down to WIBX Street.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
We don't want to give away all our the bands that will be appearing at the festival.
Okay.
However, we will let a little nugget out this morning.
Okay.
It's only because they've already put it on their website too.
Okay.
So
that's how it works.
But this is an exclusive for you guys.
All right. Thank you.
The Elders.
A
very
awesome.
popular band in this area. Hails from Kansas City, ultimately from Ireland. Will be appearing and will be one of our headliners this year.
That's enormous. That's big.
Okay. Now, we really encourage people to come out and see them this year because this is it for them. They're disbanding.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So this is the last appearance in the Utica area for the Elders. So we definitely encourage people. There's a lot of fans. We didn't have them last year, and we caught a little flack for it. But it was all a contractual thing and dollars, and you know how that goes.
Well, the fact that you're saying this is your last chance to see him, certainly last chance to see him here.
Yes,
that's a great headline.
Right here.
So, all right, gentlemen, Jeff and Bill, we appreciate it.
Can I get one more?
Yep.
Will you say if that's Friday or Saturday night at this point? The Elders. Okay. Well,
both.
think. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
we'll have them both.
Interesting. All right, one more thing. If you want to run or you want to get a float in the parade, best way to do that.
Website.
GAIF.
If you Google GAIF, it brings you to the Great American
Irish Fest.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
and I love the fact that the new Irish Cultural Center is going to feature food. And you have an amazing person that's handling that, if I'm correct, in Pat O'Connor. So
One other thing that we're asked quite a bit is, do you have to be a member to go in there, have a drink or some food? No, you don't. It's open to the public.
Nice.
It's not like a Legion or anything like that you have to be a member.
Okay. So that'll be opening the weekend of the Great American Irish Fest.
We don't know exactly when it's going to open, but somewhere in that vicinity.
The grand opening, at the very least, will be on that Sunday.
We'll showcase it that weekend.
Okay, nice. All right, gentlemen,
All right,
thank you so much.
Thanks for having us in.